to dream the impossible dream, to find the unbeatable fall, to bear with unbearable sorrow, and to run where the brave.
Where do I start? In trying to put together how the chairman was, or how the chairman is to most of us. You were one of the most warmest, humblest people that I've ever met, Mr. You were always present, without being arrogant, and demonstrating that you were an elder amongst some of us who were younger within the group. I remember days where we would be walking alongside you on a golf course. You made things easy for some of us that were starters back in the day. Even I didn't know what I was doing, but I felt like I'm doing something good, because of your presence by my side. I mean, who would forget those Sundays that we would used to have, Sunday afternoons after church? We'll share some beautiful moments where we'll go to Wine Sense, now Cuisine, and we'll share a few glasses of your favorite wine. And little did I know that seeing you after our game at Park View will be the last. I will sorely miss you, and all the moments that we've shared, all the times where we would get each other cigar. I will sorely miss those times, because you were the last person that I actually shared a cigar with to date. You are a friend, you are a brother, you are a father figure to me.
Tribute to my dear friend, Khehla Mthembu. 20 years my senior, I still call you my friend, and I'm very grateful that I met you. I met you after you had been a friend to my grandfather, so it really has a lot to say about your own character. That in your youth, you had a much older person as your friend. In my youth, I had you as my friend. And I'm really, really grateful. I've watched you in many formal settings. And one of the lessons I learned from you is that to be a good leader means that you also have to allow to be led. I served in one of your subcommittees as a chair, and I watched how you humbled yourself to my leadership when I was chairing that meeting, when in fact you were the bigger boss in the room. I would really, really be grateful of those lessons. Thank you.
This is Velas. This is a very difficult moment indeed. First, when I met you, you were obviously, I used to tell you that you used to be much older than me as a leader of Azapo. You inspired me into participation. I loved your sense of leadership from the very first day that I met you, your sense of humility, your ability to grasp issues and put them together, even to those of us who at the time were not as sophisticated, but you had that sense of enabling people to become part of a process that you were leading. It was a privilege for me to have become a personal friend towards the later part of your life. I don't know when this happened. I just know that I enjoyed every moment of being your friend. Day after day, we would, if not able to meet, but we would talk, not only the Monday meetings that we shared, that you institutionalized, most of us with little understanding perhaps as to why is it you were doing them, but it became clear that you needed to know that all of us were safe, all of us were surviving. We will miss those those times. There's just too many things to say about you, but perhaps it is suffices to say that you're a phenomenal human being, and I hope your being phenomenal has rubbed positively to all of us, that we can contribute to making this world a better place. Hamba kahle, you will be sorely missed.
Words cannot begin to describe the pain one is feeling on the sad occasion of your passing. I followed your career when you started at Pepsi Cola, and throughout these years, I was actually in awe of your greatness. I'm grateful for having met you and learning from you in ways that one could never imagine, both in business and as well as in life skills. Thank you so much for your leadership, your humbleness, and your soft demeanor. Fare thee well, my leader, till we meet again. Hamba kahle.
Budi, when I grew up, I didn't have Amakrotman. I was in Tanzania, Xhosa boy, and all that. And I thought that it would be nice to have a Krotman Ubudi. And you were all that I ever wanted. You were caring, you were there, you were kind. I remember the first time I played golf, I didn't know that there were golf shoes, so I had my techies there. And was in CCJ, you said, Fanagiti, I will teach you how to play golf. I became a member of the country club Johannesburg because of you. There are no moments really, but when I ever think about you, it just warms my heart because you were always there and a very caring Budi, as how they should Budi, how Budi should be. So you'll always have a special place in my heart, and I will never forget your existence in my life. Hamba kahle Budi.
The most stinging thing about death is that it is full and final. There are no second takes. There is no room for negotiation. There are no ifs, no buts, no for instance, no as such. You are left with the reality of having to reckon with its implications. And it's only then that suddenly the memories you have of the deceased become priceless. Every round of golf, every sip of wine, every cigar, every idea that we shared at the Monday thing has become ever so valuable. But above all, I think it is your deep smile that evidently came from the heart that shall forever be memorable. We shall miss you, Mvelase. We raise our fists in salute, comforted in the belief that the towers who have gone before you will be the first to rise to welcome you in heaven and to show you your rightful place in their circle. Hamba kahle Mvelase, till we meet again.
Okay, you taught me what is important in life, not the things we all pursue. Thank you so much for your exemplary life. May you rest in peace. Thank you.
To Khehla Mthembu, although I have not renounced my great allegiance to death, I became deeply enamored with life also. For life and death are equal to me in charm and sweetness and attraction. They have joined their hands in fostering in me my longings and affections, in sharing with me my life and suffering. Hamba kahle, Khalil Gibran.
Mvelase, you've left a deep void in my life. I will sorely miss you, my brother. I will sorely miss you, my friend.
I think really take off my hat off to you, Mvelase, who is a person that I had met whilst I worked for the late Jackson Mthembu as his chief of staff in his office. Like many icons of our strike and four leaders, I just knew the name and the surname until we met about a decade ago. And I remember the first discussions that we have was a discussion whether the glass was half full or half empty. And it was a discussion that took us until late into the night. And this for me was a friendship that was formed. And I became a captain in your club, and I served as a right-hand man, at least for half the time that we had known each other, to build what today became your dream as beyond golf itself. So I really want to thank you for all the effort that you put into it, that people don't just become people and become golfers or soccer players or whatever they are, but they look beyond what God has given them. So yeah, I've got very fond moments of us sitting next to the fireside and chatting. And unfortunately, the last fireside chat that we had was actually the last weekend that we would sit together in a golf cart and play golf together. Go well, Mvelase. Thank you, and very well.
Baba Mvelase, you will be sorely missed. I remember when I first came to Joburg, 2009, when I joined GAB, first social club I've ever joined, and you welcomed me as a young golfer learning this game. You'll be sorely missed, Mvelase. Ambagatle, Baba Mthembu.
Tribute to you, my good chair, Brake. Upumole Makolo, Brake. You have been a great inspiration, a great chair, a great leader through and through. Our last game together was phenomenal. You will sorely be missed. God bless. Thanks.
Brake, this is your deputy chairperson speaking. I was your right-hand man, and you decided to disappear and leave me alone. It's a very sad moment, but we'll make sure that your dream of GAB and beyond is carried through. I don't know what's going to happen without you being around. Your mentorship and leadership will be missed. It was nice walking those fairways with you and smoking a cigar together. Good night, Brake. See you in the morning.
Chair. Oh, Chairman. I remember the Saturdays afternoon that we were sitting on the stoop of Wine Sands. You giving me the lessons of golf, you giving me the lessons of life. I remember vividly you telling me that I must get married, I must get a child, because if I don't get married before I die, they will use Sohoti on my every day, every time in life, in business. I always remember your guidance. I always remember your warm friendship that we held. Oh, Chairman, I still don't believe that you are gone. Even now, I'm complaining, God, because Chairman, you always say to me, Josh, we're not to complain. I'm not complaining because I like Chairman. Sorry that you left. It was too soon. Thanks. Bye.
I just want to take this opportunity, to just reflect on my experiences with the chair, Brake. I think a lot has been said in terms of the kind of person he was, his achievements and the likes. But I think I just want to zoom into the less formal aspects of his, and that's how I enjoyed how he bullied all of us in meetings, and he had this humor of his where it's almost like you have to enjoy his quiet arrogance kind of a thing, and I think I'm going to miss that a lot, because I don't know if anyone who has that touch within the group. Very, you can talk important things of life, about children, about relationships, anything that's important about life, you can talk about that with Parquet. And I think, there's a lot to say, but we're going to miss him. It's already feels like it's been ages since his departure. But I want to encourage the family and the friends who are much closer to him than myself and others, that this one is going to pass. I thank you.
I've lived a life that's full, traveled each and every highway, more than this. I did it